A very warm welcome to you, and thank you for joining us for this fantastic image which opens up what should be a very entertaining clash here for the CAF TotalEnergies Women's Africa Cup of Nations 2026 here in Morocco. The drone shots, well, they never ever let us down. Moulay El Hassan Stadium here in Rabat, home to FUS Rabat, is where we will be seeing two nations collide. It is Egypt who are coming up against Malawi, and this fine Stade Prince Moulay Hassan Stadium is where Egypt will be looking to try and break down the Malawi team, who have sent shockwaves across the continent and across the world by beating the 10-time African champions Nigeria, the Super Falcons, 3-2 on match day one. Egypt's performance not as good. They lost 6-0 to the Copper Queens of Zambia. But now they get a chance to bite back on match day two. Egypt, Malawi to come, and a high-octane encounter here in Rabat.
سيدتي وسادتي،
Time for the two teams to enter the fray. Time for the officials on this warm evening here in the capital of the Kingdom of Morocco. Rabat will host this game. Malawi looking to provide their nation with back-to-back victories. Egypt looking to turn things around and get themselves a victory against the team who have now been deemed as the giant killers from Africa. They have delivered, and they're coming into this 13th edition of WAFCON with high hopes of going through to the knockout stages. A lot at stake here, a big battle, and of course Egypt looking to ignite their campaign against the Lovemore Fazili's Malawi. Well, Mohamed Kamal Atia Ismail has ambitions of his own. Time now for the two national anthems.
And now the Nasr ملاوي، والآن النسيج الوطني لمنتخب ملاوي.
Two fabulous renditions of the national anthems of these great countries. Egypt in the north, Malawi in the center-east part of Africa. This is a clash that's going to be very important for Malawi, but it's also going to be super important for Egypt. We know that the Egyptians need to get a result. We know that Malawi would love to get themselves back-to-back victories. It sets this WAFCON up perfectly as we take a look at the Egyptian lineup, starting from the back with the 37-year-old Maha Shahata in goal. We've got Salama, just 18 years of age at left back, starting alongside Abdelwahed and Noura and Yasmin. Lots of Al-Ali and FC Mazar players. Amira, Mahira Ali in the midfield with Nadine Ghazi playing at 7, just in front of the midfield two there. Bibu on the left side, El Mahdi on the right, and the outright. And the star player from Egypt, Sarah Hassam, who runs out for Hull City in England. An inspirational player who really does try and encourage the youngsters to jump on board and get involved in women's football. And she's doing a very good job in doing that. The match officials, our Alphonsine of Burkina Faso, Fateh Idrissa of Mali, Fides Bangorambona of Burundi, and Vitencia Amadome of Togo. Tabitha Chawinga is the captain of Malawi, with the experienced Al-Ali goalkeeper Maha Shahata. Plenty of players representing Al-Ali, Issassi of Senegal, and Rahumo Sadou Ali. Ija is the other VAR referees out here today. The Malawi lineup, led by the ever-dangerous Chawinga Temwa, scored 2 of the 3 goals against Nigeria. We start at the back with Mercy Sikelo. We got Benedetta Nkandawire, Alufandika Matisse, and Komalo. Now the silver strikers at the back. Leticia Chinyamula in the midfield with Nguluwe Madina, Katsuri on the right-hand side, and the Sweden-based attacking midfielder Chinzimu will be playing just behind the ever-dangerous Kansas City current striker Chawinga Temwa. And on the left side, Tabitha Chawinga, the captain, will be racing up that left side and causing all sorts of problems for this defence. Let's see how they get on. There's Noura, the Al-Ali centre-back, who will be given the reins to organise that defence and try and stop Malawi from invading. Match day 2 from Group C, it's Egypt up against Malawi. Let's get this party started then with Malawi playing in green and the red, white and black colours of Egypt. The female pharaohs, the Cleopatras, as they've also been labelled. Well, let's see if they can create their own dynasty out here against the team who are looked at as one of the favourites now that they've managed to bring down the Super Falcons. Quite an extraordinary result that really was. And everybody really quite taken aback on how they didn't manage to beat Malawi in their opening game. But the fact is that Lovemore Fazili's team playing electrifyingly good football and scoring some great goals, of course, led by Temwa. There's the high ball sent into the penalty box, dealt with by Abdel Wahed. That's well tidied up by Madina, the Silver Strikers ladies player, who's got great strength in the midfield. She'll be really holding fort and bossing that midfield. Picked up by Chinua Mula. Alufandika in the centre will be key. Place for Kukoma Topwa. They are the reigning champions of the Elite Women's League in Malawi, a league that was created back in 2020. And it is very much producing some fine quality players. I think that when you see where these players, oh, that was nearly intercepted there. Good work down that right side from Farah El Mahdi, trying to intercept and get hold of the ball. And there's the attempt to try and send the ball up the wing. Gets blocked. It's going to be a throw-in for Malawi. Down the line they go. There's the header. Knocked into the path of one of the dangerous players. And Rose Smith, Katseri, is one of the wonderful skills. Great ability to protect the ball and just keep it away from danger. Well, a little stuck foot there and a misplaced path, but Malawi pinch possession back. Well, we saw how complicated it was. That was a good idea for a through ball, and she's managed to race onto this El Mahdi. Can she get a decent ball across? It's fantastic, but the finish was not the right one for Sarah Assam. And the Hull City striker maybe should have chosen the left foot rather than the right, as it went wide of the target. Mercy Sakelo was very much fortunate to see that go wide. A wonderful play there from the 19-year-old FC Mazar player down their right side. Farah El Mahdi racing onto that through ball that had just tore apart the left side of the Malawi defence. Going to be a free kick over on that far side. This WAFCON being played across 6 stadiums and producing some top quality football as well. A new 16-team format, of course, which has been expanded from the 12. Well, Malawi unable to get hold of the ball as an interception. Well, she's not racing onto it. Temwa's picked it up. There's the acceleration. She can't find her way past these Egyptian defenders, though. Super smooth from Noor Abdel Wahed. And as the ball has been picked up at the back, and the referee is calling, communicating well with the lineswoman. It's offside flag that goes up. Great delivery at the far post. It's gone over the top. There's a chance for Temwa again, and coming back to defend and just diffusing that situation was Mohamed Amira. Salama, who's just 18 years of age, coming back, and she got rid of it finally. Christina Sobhi Salama plays at West Virginia University, just 18 years of age. You've got a lot of young players in this Egyptian team as they try and build and replicate what the men are doing across the continent. A chance for the ball to be picked up. Nicely done. The through ball. This is a nice little 1-2 if she can get there first. But look at where Temwa, she's coming back to defend all the way back. Basically the last player before the goalkeeper, just to give you an idea of the work rate that she puts into her performance. And physical challenge, it will be a free kick for Egypt. Mohamed Kamal, the Egypt coach. And he's in charge of this Egyptian team. Very instructive on the side of the pitch. The free kick sent over to the edge of the penalty box. There's a chance to try and race onto that. It just bobbles, goes back down to Mercy Sekelo, who scoops it up on the other side of the white. Love the Malawi fans who are making lots of noise here, and this is exactly what they're all about. A fabulous contingent that are making so much noise. They really would love to see their nation push through. Well, what a group this is. When you think about the clash that's coming up later tonight, 9 p.m. local time. The Super Falcons will take on the Copper Queens of Zambia. That is a high-profile encounter. Remember the quarter-final from last edition? It was a 5-0 victory for Zambia. So Nigeria got something that they want to do out here, and they've lost their opening game. It just basically tees everything up for you guys, who are most definitely going to be locked in and watching both of these clashes from Group C, as you should be. Good movement up that right side, and Kandawiri has the ball knocked out of bounds. She'll collect this, plays for the Niassa Big Bullets, one of the top teams back in Malawi, but not the top team. I talked about the Topwa women and their success over recent years. They managed to win the Elite Women's League in 2023 and then 2025 with only Ascent Academy claiming the honours in 2024. The ball drilled across, but swiftly kicked away. Now an attempt at a shot. And the long ball going up to find El Hamadi. She's trying to find her way past Chimzinu. But Egypt collect possession once again. That's a strong challenge. Very sturdy from Madina. And finally the ball just drills out solidly from Chimwemwe Madise, the 34-year-old Tipi Mazembe player. A little bit of contact on the front foot on Ghazi, the Alali midfielder. She seems to be fine. But that's just the strength of these defenders in this the Malawi team, who are nicknamed the Scorchers. Nicely done. Yasmin sending the ball deep up towards Sarah Essam. Sarah Essam. And yeah, that's going to be picked up. Good pressure that was from the 27-year-old striker. She'll come across and she'll just shake things up. And I think that every team who will try and keep an eye on her, of course, she's so dangerous, very talented, good skills, but of course the striking ability is second to none. She knows how to find a goal or two. As the ball is passed out to Ali, Ali gets the ball across. It's scooped up near her toes. Mercy Sekelo, and Malawi launch an attack with Nkandawire down the right side. Getting a bit physical. You have to stand up for yourself, and there's no better way than making sure that your opponents can't just whiz past you. I have to say that Bibu Habiba Hafez, the 19-year-old Ahli player, certifiably strong and physical, not allowing anybody to race past her. Lovely little turn inside, just to shake off a marker. Nicely done by Kumalo. Is Madina over to the right side, launching in another attack. Katzere, we haven't seen too much of her. Cuts inside, looking to try and get the ball. Well, the idea was good, I like that. And I think that Tabitha Chawinga understood what she was trying to do. She was on her back foot, she wasn't on her toes, so she can't race onto that. But Smith Kanzeri, the 20-year-old based in Montpellier in France, giving us a little inkling on what she's capable of doing. Sarah Sam, nice touch. Doesn't have to keep possession. Ghazi, as the ball is lots of feet and cuts out quite competently. And Yassin doing great work there. Oh, just misread. The idea was good. El Mahdi would have loved to have raced onto that. It's good slick passing this is from Malawi, but the commentator's curse just caught up with me as the ball's drilled out. Salama sends it down the line. Women's football was founded in Blantyre, the Blantyre Women's Football League. That's where it all started back in 1998. Things are going very well in Malawi in the way that things are working. That's a left foot, maybe the right foot, just to find that little bit of distance away from the marker. There's a strong challenge going in from Kanzeri. The referee says play on. Ball on the right side, picks up here by Chim Zinu. There's the cross coming in, unable to race onto that, and a clearance was necessary. Yasmin M doing the business there, otherwise they would have been in trouble. Timwa was lurking around, keen to race onto that. And it's a bit of a blind clearance because, well, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, when you get that kind of a loose ball and you've got these dangerous Malawi players who have already proven their ability up front. Clearing it was the top priority. Here's the resulting corner, headed away at the far post and picks up with a high shot that goes into the stands. And a scoring chance there for Malawi, but the big centre-back, Rose Alofandika, watched on by Lovemore Fazili. Well, there's a chance, there's a little bit of movement up front. Got to make their mind up and make those quick decisions. They want to push forward. Picked up by Mahira Ali. There's an opportunity here. Yasmin's looking to try and race down that right side. It gets a deflection, and the deflection kind of falls, well, a little bit too far away from El Hamadi, but Messi Sikelo will be quite content. Strong challenge and move. The ball goes over to the left side. Bibo trying to get past the marker. She goes down, and the referee has just called for a free kick against Egypt. And there we can see the replay, of course. A good, strong defensive work there at the back. Have to be solid, and Benedetta Nkandawire is most definitely that. I mean, what a result. I don't think that anybody expected Super Falcons, the 10-time African champions in 13 editions. There's the through ball. It's pushed back to it. It's a dangerous little tap back, and well, that could have resulted in chaos there, but as Bibo chased, it was lacking a little bit of strength, but luckily Sikelo smashed it away before anything could happen. But the result is a throw in here. 15 minutes gone for this Group C encounter of this CAF TotalEnergies Women's Africa Cup of Nations 2026. Play on, says the referee. There's Chawinga Temwa. Egypt collects. There's Sarah Sam trying to find a little bit of space, gets the ball back. That's nicely done. She was just crowded there by numerous Malawi players as Faith Chim Zinu is down on the ground. after being bowled over. Oosh, yeah, that's a sandwich challenge there, but back up on her feet, so no harm done, and a little tap on the back from Mahir Ali. I always apologise, which is great. Very much into fair play, of course. That's a great ball. That's wonderfully done. Yasmin picks up it on the right side. She can't sneak it past Kumalo, but they do collect once again, and Ali's picked it up. Another firm challenge, but this time it's foul that's going against Egypt. Sturdy as can be. Faith Chimzinu of BK Häcken in Sweden. As solid as can be in that midfield position. This will be picked up at the back, and the long free kick heading up towards the front goes. Temwa hasn't touched too much of the ball just yet, and we know how dangerous she is when she does get possession, when she gets herself in a one-on-one situation or just a little bit of space. She is very dangerous, and that's been drilled. That's going to be a corner. Another corner for Malawi. See how well organised this Egyptian defence. They conceded 6 goals. There's a lot that's been discussed since that loss against Zambia. The chance to try and race up to that, and the shot from Chinyamula is hit high. The ball came across. She saw that there was a second chance, but couldn't quite get her knee over the ball, and she was under a little bit of pressure there because we saw that Yasmin was flying into her, and she's down on the ground and being hauled up by her teammates. All good and ready to go. It's Amira of FC Mazar. Collected by Chimzinu, but dispossessed. Good work there from Ghazi, and sends the ball out to the right-hand side. El Mahdi holds it up. That's a good pass. Nicely done. That's a through ball as well. There's a chance for Egypt. What a save that is for Sekelo, coming to the rescue in a big way. And a couple of great options there. There were 2 players going for that, but that through ball just sliced open, dissected the Malawi defence. But at the other end, we can see that there's more activity taking place with Temwa this time. Goes down underneath the heavy challenge. Collected once again by the Scorchers. They build in the midfield. Leticia Chinyamula. Temwa tries to thread it through, and it's kicked away. And that'll be picked up once again. It was struck directly at our Alphonsine, the rep. Malawi regained possession. Oh, the acrobatics. Not quite on target. Always good to see something happen like that. There's Sarah Sam chasing, collected by Irina Kumalo. There's the delivery towards Temwa. Cleared swiftly by the Egyptian defence. High ball goes over again. This time it's Yassine who delivers it. Now watch out. That's a little bit overcooked, it is for Bibu. The idea was good from Nadine Ghazi. They're both teammates, of course, playing for Al Ahly, the most successful African club in men's football. Al Ahly trying to build their empire in Egypt for women's football now. We've seen FC Mazar come to the fore, and of course they've managed to win the last 3 Egyptian women Premier League titles. And with Al Ahly playing in the last 2 finals. There's a good ball. That's a great piece of play down the right-hand side. Excellent work from Shahata. And Maha Shahata courageously pounces. Well, maybe sent down an extra yard or two. Well drilled out and cleared by Elefandika at the other end. Let's just have a look at this once again. The timing was great. Needed to come out. And that was the moment we saw Bibu go in with Sikelo coming to the rescue. At the moment the goalkeepers have been timing their run-outs from their box perfectly. There's a chance for a shot. Oh, it's I understand what she was trying to do, Mahira Ali. A little bit of like a dink where you just chip the ball. And something could have happened. That's a wonderful assist, that really is. And you want to literally hit it with the outside of your right foot to see it loop high over the top and past Sikelo, but on that occasion, a little bit too high. Sarah Sam, she gets the header. Nicely done, El Mahdi. There's a chance here. Egypt on the attack, gets the ball across. It's been cleared and driven out for a corner. Pressure cooker times for the Malawi defence. But that was sterling work from Sarah Sam. And Sarah Sam understanding exactly what kind of a pass she needs to make. First of all, she gets the header out there and just getting in the way of Elefandika. And the idea was good. They also need to get some shots on goal. We haven't seen too many shots in this first half. Here's the resulting corner. Left foot, far post, downward header. It's slightly tame and wide of the target from Noor Abdelwahed. It's a bit of a blind header as well. When the ball loops high over and you've got someone in front of you, that might be a last-minute decision to try and make contact. Temwa with the pass back. She tries to race onto this. Watch out for the acceleration. It's there for a shot. It's a wonderful save that takes the ball behind the goal there from Maha Shahata. But the 1-2 was a delight to the eye. And of course, Chawinga Temwa, so deadly in the box. She sets it up and then she races on. A stunning through ball. Temwa's speed sees her get to it. And she's got it. It's a thumping shot with that right foot. And the save there from the Al-Ahly goalkeeper was important. Corner, Malawi, drilled high, dangerous, very dangerous indeed, but no one on the edge of the penalty box to deal with it. That's a great touch. And El Mahdi, Bibu unable to thread that ball through. You can see that Mahira Ali was on the left-hand side. I don't really know what she was trying to do there, but she was expecting a teammate to go on a very fast run to latch onto that. Temwa picks it up. There she is with the control, tries to spread it down to the left-hand side. What an interception that was coming from Yasmin. Fabulous challenge, perfectly timed. She knew she needed to get there first, and she did. There's it's nearly scrambled there. Goalkeeper and a bit of an issue with Shahata. A little bit of traffic, and it's been picked up here. She's picked it up, Mahira Ali. It's 3 against 1. She needs a little bit of extra support. Strong physical presence there from Chimwemwe Medise, who just says, no, you're not going to nudge me off the ball. Playing a football down for Tibber Mazembe. Down in the southern part of the DR Congo. Giants of African football in both the men's and the women's competitions. That through ball is good. Chawinga, can she get the ball across? Again, Egyptian defence just making sure that nothing comes across the timely challenges. That challenge there, that block from Fahmi Noura was also vital for Egypt to prevent Malawi from scoring the goal that they've been seeking. There's the resulting corner into the penalty box, downward header straight at the goalkeeper, and Maha Shahata dealing with that very well, but Kadzeri, the 20-year-old winger, making contacts. It's not bad at all. You can see there's a lot of traffic, a bit more of an angle just to force Shahata to have to shift out of her comfort zone. Could have been a better scenario, but Egypt will be happy. Here's Kadzeri again. Kadzeri, oh, it takes a little touch there and flies out into the corner. Collected once again. And the captain, Chawinga, having her play diffused by the FC Mazar. Right back, Yasmin. Is the resulting corner from Irene Kumalo. Referee just allowing the medical team from the Egyptian squad to come on. Maha Shahata, there you go, just gets caught up a little bit there. Just gives the players a chance to just talk with their coaches, get a couple of words in. It's been physical. The Egyptian defence has been, well, they've obviously made massive adjustments, and it's a lot better. So much more tighter at the back. Love the challenges that are coming in from Yasmin and from Noura as well. And Shahata has been outstanding so far. Malawi looking very dangerous in the final third. They're starting to find space, finding options. A lot of it goes through the Kansas City current player, Chawinga Temwa, logically. But options down the left and right side with Chawinga and Chimzinu through the middle. Well, I've been impressed by Egypt. I think that they've really understood how they needed to raise their game, and they've definitely done that. So a lot of interest now in Egyptian women's football, and I think that we got the official cooling break that's happening now. The temperature is quite high, in the low 30s. Although the pitch is completely in the shade, I think we understand that all of these players need to rehydrate because of the hot conditions. But just going back to talk about the Egyptian football situation back home, the Egyptian Women's Premier League, 14 teams since 1998. Martin LFC, first winners. Wally Degler have got 14 titles. There's the high ball going over once again. Another downward header. It's cleared at the back. Rayab Delawahid. Picked up by Temwell. Long range shot potentially. She sets it up. Oh, she needs to find a little bit of space. Gets the ball out to the right hand side. Makanda with it. There's the delivery into the penalty box. A header. Maybe not the right player to have connected there. I think Chinyamula should have maybe left that for Kadzeri, because she was in a better position. She was coming towards it. So instead of stretching and trying to just make contact with it, you wait for, you get the call and you leave it for your teammate, because that was the better situation. You can see how frustrated she was. That was going straight for a volley for Rose Smith. Kadzeri, the 20-year-old, I would have loved to have connected with that, but still. So Wadi Degler, of course, a team from Cairo. One of the top teams in Egypt over the years for women's football, but now it's FC Mazar and Al Ahly coming to the fore. As I said, investing in the young female players who are coming through the ranks. There's but more opportunity, which is fabulous to see. And of course, teams have an obligation now to have a women's team. The idea was good, it's just it's slightly overcooked there for Nadine Ghazi, otherwise she would have gladly controlled that and had acres of space down that left side. Hello, Frantica. It's wonderfully marshalled at the back. I know that the Egyptian forwards have sneaked in and poached a couple of balls from Malawi, but I like the shape of this Malawi defence and how they're working. Just need to be a little bit more careful when it comes to Essam and Bibu and El Mahdi. They really are three very quick forwards that they've got in this Egyptian team. And I think with the cunning experience that Sarah Essam has, that's a wonderful through ball. Here she is. Temwa tries to go for the shot, and again, players throwing their bodies on the line in Egypt deny Malawi once again. It's not just Maha Shahata, the goalkeeper. Just look at this. It's superbly set up by Chimzinu. And she's just a fraction of a second away from hitting a rocket shot towards Maha Shahata. Nora has again proved her worth at the back. A timely interception block, whatever. There's the delivery straight to the hands of the 37-year-old Ahli goalkeeper. And under no pressure to deal with that, the captain of this Egyptian team. Egypt in their third appearance in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. 98 was the first time, and then 2016. Temwa gets the chance to pick it up. She's unable to. Sorry, it's Madina picked up by Egypt. Here's Ghazi. Not many players pushing forward. Now she's got rid of her marker, Sarah Sam. Trying to get past Madi say. The answer to that is no. She goes down. And getting back up onto her feet. Egypt played in Nigeria in their first appearance, having qualified with a draw and a win against Uganda to get themselves into their first WAFCON. They lost 4-1 to DR Congo, and against the same school and against Morocco, they lost to Nigeria as well. 2016 was the previous qualification to this one, and that was in Cameroon. Didn't get out of the group stages that took place in Limbe and Douala. But they did finish third. They lost 2-0 to Cameroon. They managed to beat Zimbabwe 1-0. Their first ever victory, with Salma Tariq scoring late in that second half to offer them a momentous moment. That's good pressure, that is. But the Malawi defence, again, doing enough. The 1-2 is on. Nicely done. The acceleration. That's very quick. And racing down into the corner, Chawinga. She's, well, physically shown up, of course, but look at Nora once again. She is marshalling the back big time. And then the last game before, well, it's Temwa. Temwa picks it up. There's a touch. Oh, it's the first goal scored by Malawi. And a brilliant goal indeed. The setup, the assist by Temwa was nothing short of brilliant. But it doesn't get better than that. And you'll see Miss Rose Smith-Kadzeri, who was just to the right of her, just like a good right would be, waiting for that pass. And she drove it in emphatically to beat Maha Shahata. Well, that was the ball that came across. Temwa, she sees who she's got there. That's the pass, that's the finish. And she had enough time to get a shot in. Look at the control and the pass from Chawinga Temwa. But that finish was pure quality as well. Look at that. And the 20-year-old Montpellier winger driving it in to make it 1-0. And that's her first goal here in Morocco. Well, what you get with Chawinga Temwa is not just a prolific goal scorer, you get a fabulous player who is just so comfortable controlling the ball around the penalty area, so comfortable getting close body control in tight-knit situations. Despite the fact that she was surrounded, she still managed to control and pass. But that layoff to Kadziri was brilliant. Here she is again, lovely turn there for Temwa. Cuts inside, has an option. Through the middle, she decides not to take it. Chimzinu was looking for the pass and she was in space just in front of her. Kandawire collected in the midfield by Nugulue Madina. Expected goals, well, more so Malawi, but Egypt will fight for this one. There's no doubt about it. Yasmin. Oh, control not the best from Adize Chimwinwe. Drilled out for a throw in down the right side. Well, this Women's Africa Cup of Nations, it's not good enough to really find her teammate Sarah Sam in the middle of the penalty box. Who's trying to lift her teammates, of course, which makes sense. This doubles up as African qualifiers for the 2027 FIFA World Cup, which will take place in Brazil. The top 4 teams will qualify directly for the big stage, and 2 more teams will enter Inter-Confederation playoffs. So the idea is get to the quarterfinals, take it from there. Get to the semi-finals, you're in a very good place. Free kick, as we can see there. That was the challenge coming from Faith Chimzinu. Plays a football in Sweden for BK Häcken, just 19 years of age, one of the younger players in this Malawi team. What can they do from here, Egypt? This man here, Mohamed Kamal, would love to see them score an equaliser before the break. Are we on for a blockbuster drive from far out? Now there's the shot, it's gone high and over and out from Ghazi. Solid reading from Amira. We're throwing for Egypt just at the halfway line. Dispossessed. And the challenge from Yasmin pushes it out, nudges the ball out for a throw in here for Irene Kumalo. That's a great touch, that really is. Picked up by the goal scorer, Kadziri. To lots of time, that's a good through ball as well to Chimzinu. Wonderful work out wide to the captain, Chawinga. Kadziri gets the ball in. It's been knocked over the goals and out of bounds for a corner. And she didn't really have much of a choice. She was trying to blast it away, wasn't she, Fahmi Noura? And I think that the yalla who could be heard from her teammates. Got to keep going, got to keep pushing and clearing everything that comes into that penalty box. This will be taken by Kadzeri. Kadzeri with the right foot, bending it around off the woodwork. Wow, that was close. You can see that Mahal Shahata, she's seen lots of aerial activity. She's had to snatch the ball out of the sky directly from the corner. This time it flies off the woodwork. Malawi, of course, their first ever Women's Africa Cup of Nations. And that is just something extraordinary. Mahir Ali knocks off her feet. It's that left arm from Leticia Chinyamula. There's a chance here, and oh, it's just gone high from that midfielder Nadine Ghazi. It was set up delightfully for Egypt. And again, one of those opportunities that you'll just hope, well, the flag went up, I think, but still, wow, crashing into Mercy Sekelo. Definitely was offside, but just to get herself into that position, all credit. That's what you've got to do. You've got to try and catch out your opponents. That was a fine scoring chance. Just racing off your position slightly too early. It was victory over Angola for Malawi that allowed them to qualify for this competition. That's nicely done from Madina. Here it is, picked up by Chawinga. She scored in the 3-2 win over Nigeria. Couldn't drill it across to her teammate. That's going out for a throw-in. And here she gets the ball back down to Kumalo. A darting run from Madina and contact on El Hamadi. She knew that she'd lost possession. That right foot there should have stayed down. Just over a minute left to play for added time. And this time it goes the other way. Chimzinu fouled by Mahir Ali. Mahir Ali, the 20-year-old midfielder, plays in China for Beijing women's team. Kumalo. Oh, she needs to, it's just sneaked over the line. She's a little bit lucky there, because if that would have resulted in a goal, then no coach likes to see that. Even if you do poorly control the ball, you've got to keep your wits about you, because if the ball's still in play and it results with something like a goal, then it's not seen as the positive way forward. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this first half with the Malawi. Looking very good with this one goal advantage. Another little trip there, Mahir Ali. Chawinga's standing on this. Defence needs to be stringent, well organised and well in position. Let's see where this is going to go. Oh, it's a shot, it's gone straight towards Mahashahata, no issues there. Is Nora, straight through the middle, can't find Assam. Kadziri, she's got an overlap, perfectly timed with Kandawire. There's the delivery into the penalty box, another chance, the header, what a save, it's been picked up again, and it's been volleyed in, 2-0 for Malawi. Mahashihata pushing the ball away, but Faith Chimzinu is the goal scorer. And she really hit it well. Beautiful strike from Parry, pushed away ball into her path. Oh, that was the first header. She wasn't going to make a second mistake. It was a great save there from Mahashihata. Kandawire's cross was a delight. She got there first. Look at that, from a tight acute angle. She drives it in, 2-0 for Malawi, who are certainly underlining the fact that they are keen to move through to the knockout stages in their first ever appearance at a WAFCON. Kadzeri and Chinzimu. Well, there's going to be a lot of fans back home in Malawi jumping with joy, especially back in Blantyre, where women's football was founded in Malawi, but right across the Lilongwe and Karonga, Chipoka, all of these beautiful towns and cities on the banks of Lake Malawi and beyond. But how about that? A sterling first half performance from Malawi. They found their goals, firstly from Rose Smith Kadziri, the 20-year-old winger, after some top quality assist from Temwa. And then there was Faith Chinzimu, who added another just in added time at the end of the first half. It's 2-0, with Malawi leading Egypt at half-time here at the Prince Moulay El Hassan Stadium in Rabat for this Group C battle on match day 2. Pass that back. I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only few walk towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Welcome to the Wonder Dynamics from Zurich, Switzerland. We're ready for a big one here. Who's going to get it on the line? Inched his way forward. Oh, yes!
Before we launch into the action,
don't forget to watch the ATP Tour.
More Masters history.
it's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WTA live on Supersport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness, not just greatness, but the greatest. Greatest.
Welcome to the Valley.
Truly phenomenal.
extraordinary.
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending tour, only on your World of Champions.
Supersport amplifies the action this August as the MTN 8 returns to raise the local stakes.
It is a superb goal. Wonderful football.
Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Cardiff hosts another classic showdown.
Extraordinary.
The grueling race for Reds sweeps across Spain.
And Vingegaard starts his assault.
Rugby's giants kick off their hotly anticipated contest. And the Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. All this and so much more, only on your World of Champions.
These are the stories the scoreboard doesn't show. The moments between the moments. The pressure and the play. The drama that turns results into journeys and series into sagas.
But then everything changed.
Nothing can be done. You saw the moment. This is everything that made it possible.
Everyone should believe that's what makes us grow and push again.
Features on Supersport. A selection of sport's greatest stories told through a new lens.
Welcome to Casablanca in Morocco and to the Malawi WAFCON Stadium as Tanzania, who entered the TotalEnergies Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026 without ever having won a single game at the tournament, now find themselves on the verge of a potential quarter-final spot. Burkina Faso, 5 changes for the side that lost against Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast on match day 1. One of them enforced, Nina Dabilgu coming in to goal after Burkina Faso's number 1 was sent off in the opening game. As for Tanzania, just the one change for them made by coach Bakary Shime. Hasnat Ubamba, who got the winner, the famous goal to secure Tanzania's first ever victory at a WAFCON late on against South Africa. Well, she comes into the side. Burkina Faso are looking for their first. These two sides very similar in terms of their experiences. Clement is in behind, it can open the scoring, but she can't because she's blazed it over. Well, Tanzania in behind. One of the players there that wanted it to fall to is the 25-year-old skipper. Nice run, all over the top. And that seemed to be the hard part done. You might be able to hear her voice in the way in which she is barking at her defenders. A big night for the 30-year-old plays her club football with ASEC Mimosas. She faces this from Minja. Hit well enough, but unable to keep it down. Now Kisa manages to win that. Promising, driving forward. Can she get the strike away? Well, she played it into the middle, and it just couldn't be turned in. Katunti. Space to her right. Chooses not to use it. Ubamba. Looking in the middle, that's a really good cross in! And Clement meets it and converts it and gives Tanzania the lead in a game which, if they win, they will reach the quarterfinals of the WAFCON for the first time in their history. And she took it really well. And Ubamba, who got the famous winner against South Africa, has now teed up her colleague for possibly an equally famous goal. We shall see. Well, Clement surely is fully entitled to go for that. Is it the fact that it's her elbow that is hitting the back of the player's head? So, well, she certainly ducked, and that made it a little bit harder for Clement not to get her arm where it ended up. We shall see. All eyes on Yassine Samata. She's ruled it out. Nazmata. Balkisa, well, that's fallen kindly. Can they open the scoring here? They can! Burkina Faso! They've done it! Look at that! And look at the scenes of delight and celebration as well. They have never led at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Burkina Faso. They have never won a game. Just nudged off it. Yeah, nice idea as well. And the delivery from Ubamba. Oh, not Ubamba, Nunca it was. Mavilgu. Well, not the first time she's been down in the game. Possibly tried to take her foot away early, and she had felt the contact with the goalkeeper, but it's a very minimal factor. And I think that, as said, Tanzania are going to be down to 10 women because Ubamba has been sent off. Minja standing over it. So to Soa, who opened the scoring against South Africa on Monday. Well, she leaves it. And upstairs, Minja against the woodwork, and they've turned in by 10 women. Tanzania, they've drawn level. Oh, what a moment for them. And what a moment for Aisha Nunca. 21 years of age, a glorious free kick flighted against the upright. Dabilgu just couldn't really do enough to push it away. All the squad members saying, if they can do that, why can't we? We are immensely inspired by the girls that reached the final. We are here to compete. Well, victory today. It is certainly a statement, and it could possibly come. And they've turned it in, and they've taken the lead for a second time. Balkisa with the goal, and the whole team with the celebration. And look at the smiles lighting up the night sky in Casablanca. Oh, how she enjoyed that. Tanzania's resistance broken. It has ended in Casablanca as Burkina Faso rise to second in Group B. Burkina Faso 2, Tanzania 1. Pass that back.
I bet you can't do that again.
Being your best is a daily commitment. Many dream about it, but only few walk towards it. Amstel Malta. Be your best.
Supersport amplifies the action this August. Europe's finest battle for early season silverware. Only on your World of Champions. Supersport amplifies the action this August. The Big Apple braces for 2 weeks of Grand Slam greatness. Only on your World of Champions.
Let's go! Here we go.
before we launch into the action.
Don't forget to watch the ATP Tour.
More Masters history.
It's the heart, the mentality, no limits, absolute madness.
It's the story of the tennis season.
Catch the WTA live on Supersport.
So get ready. You're about to witness greatness. Not just greatness, but the greatest. 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 Greatest.
Welcome to the Big Apple.
Truly phenomenal. And simply extraordinary. Have you ever seen anything like it?
The never-ending pursuit to greatness only on Supersport.
The never-ending tour, only on your World of Champions.
Chawinga Temwa and her teammates for this Malawi team, the Scorchers, have been producing plant temperature, the hottest temperature that exists. And up front, looking very prolific, scoring 2 goals now and really bolstering their chances of moving through to the quarterfinals on their debut. And I think that's what's so striking. It's just been very impressive. Their performance, the football they've been playing, not just physically strong, but technically gifted as well. Work really hard. Very impressed so far by Malawi as they take on this Egyptian team with a 2-0 advantage and a couple of changes. And Sarah Sam has gone off, in fact, the Hull City striker. Maybe nursing a little injury, which is a massive blow. It's Nada who comes on. And Kassem. No changes for Malawi. Dana Nada, the 21-year-old, plays for South Illinois University. Here we go then. Hoofed very swiftly up towards Mercy Sikelo. That will be Malawi throwing down the right side. And the ball goes down. Dealt with at the back. And it looks like it's Nadine Ghazi who's going to be the outright striker, along with El Mahdi. And Dana Mada, of course, Dana Mada replaces Sarah Sam for the 3 forwards. It's been picked up by Yasmin down the right side. There's the race and the little darting move there to try and pick up. Always been picked up. There's a chance there. Has been pounced on though by Mercy Sikelo, civil service women-based player. Good work from Farah El Mahdi. Dana Mada being harassed. That's your one. She does so well to just physically get herself out of that conundrum. Look at that touch from Katzeri. Lovely pull back. Look at the skills that you want to see brought to the shop window. Here we go, down to the corner. Nice delivery coming in. Front post, headed away. And it was just forcing Maha Shahata to not make that save. So good defensive work at the back. All credit to the player Nado, who's just, the player who's just come on, Iman Hassan, the Al Ahly player. Solid recovery. There's the corner coming in. Kandawire. Temwa. Madina onto the left-hand side. And another cross coming in. It's another strong header from Noura this time. And Ghazi's been knocked off her feet. Little nudge in the back there just to give Egypt a bit of possession to calm things down momentarily, because they've been under a lot of pressure since the start of the second half. Qualification for this WAFCON started off with 39 teams. One of them, Morocco, being the host, of course. So 38 teams chased the originally 11 spots, which was expanded to 16, so 15 finally. Cabo Verde, Malawi, the two debutants in this tournament. Nigeria beating Morocco 3-2 in that pulsating final last year here in Rabat. One throw into the penalty box. Ghazi will get another chance to find a teammate, or Terfa Mada. Nice flick. A chance for a header. It's not bad at all. One-handed save there from Messi Sekelo. And otherwise, you would have thought that that could have been in the back of the net for Alamati. Player down and injured. There's a ball through to Temwa. Temwa up against Noura. What can she do? Cuts inside, puts it on her left foot. Still on the left. Waits for a bit of support. It's been teed up. Ball that's thumping through ball. Not bad at all. Nicely done. It's drilled across. Saved by the goalkeeper Shahata. And drilled away finally by Yasmin. They pick it up once again. And good reading of possession here. There's the high ball going over, and it's gone wide of the target and away from Maha Shahata. Some wonderful build-up play there from Malawi. That ball there was great. Excellent control with the hook of the left foot. And the shot comes in finally. Thought maybe it would be pulled back, but off the inside of the left foot, off the right and out before Yasmin got rid of it. Is Amira using her goalkeeper. Oosh, that's risky, but she was comfortable doing that, Noura. That's better from Egypt. That's a great ball. Now a chance here to race on, try and do something. A man goes down, and that's going to be a card for sure for Alufandika. And what colour is it going to be? It's going to be red. Last defender. Well, she's got very quick pace, doesn't she, Bibu? And a lunge there coming in from the centre back. We'll have a look at this again. Wonderful through ball. It's a late challenge. And she's down there clutching her ankles. And I think Rose Elefandika knew full very well that that was going to result in a red card. Not the ideal start to the second half, but for Egypt, they'll take a lot from this. It's not a penalty, but it's a well-placed free kick. And it's the end of the game for Rose Elefandika of Kukumun Topwa. Well, 7 minutes into the second half. Fortunately, her team are in a very good position to qualify. Well, missing the next game, of course. And how far they go, we'll have to wait and see. But with a win against Nigeria, a 2-0 lead against Egypt, favourable scenario. But 10 players now, they've got to tighten that defence. There'll be less attacking with just 10 more up front, I imagine. Here's Ghazi. Ghazi with the right foot. Ghazi goes for the shot. Off the wall it comes. Yasmin unable to get the ball back into the middle. It's been knocked back by Amira and finally headed away. Madize. Long through ball. Goes out of bounds. Oh, there's a shake-up. And the reorganisation for Lovemore Fazili. Trying to understand what he's got to do. There's the through ball. It's not a bad one. Egypt on the attack. It's been picked up here. Bibu can't quite get hold of the ball, and it's Madina who does so well to clear the danger. Kandawiri. And finally, steered out. Now the Egyptian of coaches discussing how they're going to find and take advantage of that gap. That's the key to this game. It's tactical now. There'll be a lot more pressure on Malawi if Egypt understand how to use the extra bit of space on the pitch. Long throw, angled header. Strong work from Kadzere. She's racing through into enemy territory, and that's a through ball that's been stopped and blocked. And Yasmin comes to the rescue once again. Has been picked up here on by Ghazi. Ghazi has an option out to the right. It's been set up. Now a chance here for a shot coming in. Bibo with the shot, and it's drilled in and saved well by Messi Sekelo. Great work down that right side. And a high ball that's already making life more complicated for the Egyptian defence. That was the shot that came in. Bibu. Two players in offside position, not getting back. It's Mada there. Decent ball to Kadzere. Kadzere keeping the ball safe. It's a shot that's drilled in, not a bad effort either, forcing the goalkeeper Mahashahata to react. Nguluwe Madina saw that there was a chance to try and get a shot in, and why not? Lovely ball, lovely dummy, and Bibu getting in the right place in front of Makandawire. There's the attempted ball that comes across. There's three players there. Needed another option, needed another player to get the ball to, so that they could actually just take advantage of that space. Bibo came off the hand, free kick, and a well-positioned free kick as well. Now the fact that they've got Iman who's come on, who's a much taller player, and they've got height. Iman Hassan, the 25-year-old Ahli player, wearing number 12 on her back. Keep an eye out for her. Could ghost in at the far post. First of all, they want to try and get the right ball sent over, away from Mercy Sekelo and towards one of their forwards. Maybe some decoy runners as well, but it'll be taken here by Danamara. Egypt's on the attack. Here's the free kick, delivered far post. Who's going to get up there first? There's a chance, or has she been pulled back? And Nora unable to get on the end of that, and it's been kicked out for a goal kick. I think maybe there's an infringement, and maybe there'll be some discussions about if there's any foul play. And I don't think that VAR is going to get involved on this occasion. I think the confirmation is there with the referee, Alphonsine of Burkina Faso, giving them the green light to go. Here we go with Rose Smith, Katzere again. It's the first time ball, maybe not the right one. Like the thinking mode of trying to catch out that defence, they've got a player less, of course, since Alufandika got sent off. But the fact is that, you know, they're trying to be a little bit more creative. A little bit of a tap in the face there. I think it was accidental, but still, Salama with a little bit of a whipped arm. She's going to pick up a yellow card for that as well. Second card of the game, and the first yellow following the red of the Malawi centre-back. Just look at the hands there. Christina Salama, 18 years of age. The yellow card. And a free kick that's being teed up by Silver Strikers player Irene Kumalo. Lofted into the penalty box. There's the header. It's not a bad header, is it? It was met perfectly, went up high. And Katzere looking to try and score a brace. She put so much force into that, and it was looping over the top. Love the piece of play. And a decent save from Ahashahata, forcing the corner. Katzere will take the resulting corner. Match day 3 on Wednesday, the 5th of August. And both matches kicking off at 9 p.m. Egypt, Nigeria. Malawi, Zambia. Perfectly picked up. Katzere, that's... Oh, she's onside. Flag didn't go up. There's lofted into the penalty box. Anybody on the end of it? No. And the volley comes in, it's gone wide. Flag was raised, finally, for the offside call. There we go, there's the confirmation from the replay, as we thought. Lobmo Fazili working alongside Maggie Chombo Sadiki. There's the possession, it's still 61% to 39. with Abasi Makawa as a technical advisor. The looping, the block and the ball looping out of play, and it's going to be another corner. There you go, 40 is the magic number there for Malawi for the moment. 2-0. 62 minutes in. Pulled out. There's no one who's actually gone for that. Ghazi putting a little pressure on Chimwe. Haul down. Slightly illegal there coming from Nadine Ghazi. She'll get another yellow card following Christina Salama's yellow. Acting out of frustration. You understand who you're coming up against when you play against Chawinga Temwa. Delivery high into the penalty box. And Nora with the headed clearance. Double teaming to prevent that from coming across from Kumalo. Nicely pulled over. There's a chance, and Kanzeri again trying to go up. She's just ever present. Ghosting in from the right hand side, cutting across into the midfield. Rose Smith Kanzeri, she was the first Malawian male or female to transfer directly to one of Europe's top 5 leagues, joining Montpellier when she did back in 2024 from the Ascent Academy. And scored a goal on her debut as well in the 60th minute in the Division 3 Feminine, third division. Some strong challenges. Love what she's doing, Amira. Battling for every single ball. Mada. Trying to hassle Chinzimu. Bibu trying to encourage her teammates to really fight for everything, which I totally understand. She did it right in front of head coach Mohamed Kamal. Egypt ready to bring on Layla Idris, the 19-year-old who plays and studies at UCLA in the United States. Good control, Ghazi, but she couldn't quite race onto that. Oh, a surging run forward. This is dangerous. And Kumalo finally makes the pass. The attempted 1-2. Katere from Timwa. The ball comes across, far post it is, and a long range shot that comes in. It's just been blocked there by the goalkeeper, Shahata. Long range shot, mid range shot, really, from outside of the penalty box. And there's the change that we were expecting. Farah El Mahdi will be replaced by Layla Idris. Iman coming and getting the block. Headed wide of the target. Talk about the Egyptian team, FC Mazar. They were Founded in 2019. They were originally called Tutankhamun FC. They had a name change in 2024 as we see another free kick in the midfield. Malawi doing a pretty good job in preventing Egypt from exploiting that extra player on the pitch. And look at the speed there from Chawinga Temwa. She gets past her marker. And the ball finally kicked away. Nora at the back. She's super quick. Kanzeri losing possession. Here's Nada. That's a good ball. That's a very good ball. Let's see about the pace. And it's been picked up. Can't quite get there, Idris. And race forward and protect it and then get the shot in. Malawi created 13 chances, 6 for Egypt. Lovely flick. This is it. Temwa with the header. She gets a goal. Stunning from the Malawi centre forward. 3rd goal in this WAFCON. Getting up high and heading in to make it 3-0 now for Malawi. And Chawinga Temwa, ever so dangerous despite playing with a player less. Let's have a look at this. That flick there was stunning. The acceleration and the header to get the ball over the top of Mahashahata. Well, it was brilliant. She's quicker than everybody, she really is. Temwa time here in Rabat. Just heading in the right direction in terms of goals scored. 3 goals now for her. And that means it's only Barbara Banda with her 4 goals, of course, in that 6-0 win of Egypt, who is ahead of her. All right, VAR check before we give the green light or not. I mean, just with the speed that she raced off, I think that she's in an onside position. It has been given. So 3 goals to 0 for Malawi. Let's see if Egypt responds. Bibu. She'll get possession there. Kadzeri in the 35th. Faith Chinzimu, 2 minutes into added time. And now the ever dangerous Chawinga Temwa getting her 3rd goal of this competition. There's a delivery, it's not bad, there's a goal for Egypt, they get it, that's a fantastic free kick from Mahira Ali. And how about that, they get the goal. Iman scores for Egypt. Well, what it means to her, you can understand. Iman Hassan, the 25-year-old Ahli player, and scoring her 1st ever goal in a WAFCON. That was perfect delivery, and she was unmarked to the far post and heading basically into an empty goal. Missy Sekelo, not well positioned. She couldn't quite get to it. It's a great header though. Mira goes off. And she's been replaced by Mena, Noah Saber Mena of Al Ahly. Some fresh legs coming on. Increase the intensity. And our first goal of this WAFCON on match day 2 for the female Pharaohs. See Coach Mohamed Kamal, he's asking for a little bit more movement from his players. Collected there, Mazina, and there's the foul there on Chawinga Temwa. Yeah, she's definitely being pulled back here in Kumalo. Delivery into there to the penalty box, steers away. Now Abdullah head. There's Mena with a first proper touch of the ball. Mata gets the ball out to the right. It's been sent up very quickly. Good control coming from Jinzimu. Options down that left-hand side. Well, it's a little bit too far away from her teammate. Yasmin. She has been working so hard. That's good use of the pitch, that is, to get the ball out wide. And picked up by Salama. Goes inside to Mena. Mena's through ball. It takes a little touch there off the head of Chinzimu. She has to come back and play a very playing that centre back role, of course, to replace Salou Fantiku, who got red carded. And she's doing a very good job. I think just because of the height advantage and the physical game that she brings to the pitch. Just look at that. Temwa has a wonderful touch. She knows, she's got that acceleration, that speed. She just knows how to stay on her toes and keep the ball away from their opposition. We've got a cooling break that's been called. But Temwa Chawinga with that goal to make it 3-0. Nodding it in past Mahashahata. One assist, one goal, already standing out from the crowd, but super impressed by Rose Smith Kadzere as well. I think that she's been excellent. A constant threat down the right side, and of course scoring the goal, but it wasn't about the goal that was set up, and the assist coming from Temwa is just what she actually does. And there's little celebrations about the goal from Egypt, which is great as well. You've got to give Egypt total credit in how they've just not stopped fighting for this. You do get an advantage when you have a player that gets sent off, of course, but it doesn't mean that it's it's going to be easier. You've got to fight for that. And Aman getting that goal, you can see that means the world to her, to the team. First goal of the campaign, especially after that difficult 6-0 loss against Zambia. The Copper Queens are an excellent team, don't get me wrong. But a lot of these Egyptian players, young and understanding how to play on the big stage is one big thing. Never played at a World Cup, of course, nor with Malawi, but we're seeing a real surge in their improvement in the way that they're playing football, in the structure of football back in Malawi, and I think these are the fruits of success, aren't they? Just coming out of what they've actually set up back home. We always talk about grassroots, and which is the key to creating a system, a healthy system back home. Well, Malawi is starting to do that in a big way. There's the through ball, they've got to deal with that, and it has been dealt with by Shahata. And the captain gets her hands firmly on that. Hassanin Yasmin. There's the long ball towards Ghazi. And again, you can see what Faith Chinzima was doing. She might just be 19. She's playing as if she's got lots more years of experience. Very controlled, and to have to rejig and reposition yourself is not easy. There's a whole different set of responsibilities that you have to bring to the pitch. It's not just about doing the same as what you're doing when you're playing attacking midfielder. Here we go. They're racing forward. Salama looking for the 1-2. Will they get a shot? The ball comes back to Salama. Oh, that's nicely done on the right foot. Oh, it's a delightful shot. What a good effort that was from the 18-year-old. And a little bright spark here. Would have been something special. She pulled that ball back in beautifully. Just look at this. She teases and a little step over. She pushes it to the right side. And it wasn't a bad shot at all. A little bit less loft, and I think Mercy Sekela would have been beaten fair and square. Temwa, just 27 years of age, having played for Blantyre 0. That was where it all started for her. Well, and then she went to Sweden to play for Grand Sweden's IK back in 2017 before a big move to China, the Wuhan Jianghan, where she spent 4 seasons. Mena gets back up onto her feet. Not a bad through ball. Dealt with at the back by Chimwemwe Madise, the Tipi Mazembe centre-back. Nicely done. Egypt on that right side. They need some movement on the left-hand side. Cross-pitch pass could be very beneficial. And Ghazi collects it on that far side. No one at the far post. They need to position themselves. There you go. The ball comes right over the top. And if Salama was there, that could have been an opportunity for her to pick up a loose ball and do something with it. Love the way that she's racing up. She's adapted her game a little bit. She wasn't really playing that wing back role in the first half. And they relied a little bit more on Bibu to actually come back, but she's racing forward a lot more and just giving her team a little extra player out wide, which is fabulous. Nice touch there from Mahira Ali. Egypt on the attack. Lovely touches coming on. Has been picked up. It's a back heel. It's been set up for a shot. It's not a bad effort either. Goes wide of the target. And down on the ground. And in some pain. There's Mahira Ali. As she connects there. That's the back heel was top notch. Oh, the foot came up, and there's the studs directly down on her knee from Nugulue Madina of the Silver Strikers. And a little bit lucky not to have picked up a free kick there, just with the foot up and the studs pointing towards the leg. Have to be a bit careful about that. Goes without saying. Picks up in the midfield. That's Mahira Ali tries to send the ball down into the corner. Cut out prolifically there by Benedetta Mkandawire. And she will pick up the free kick as well. Nyasa Big Bullets is her team. So look at this for a ratio. She scored 83 goals in 84 appearances for Wuhan Zhengyan. Temwa Chawinga. That basically tells you what she's all about. But she can pass the ball as well, and that's what I like about her game. The speed, the technical ability, it's quality, it really is. Free kick going against Chinyamula. And just to write a little bit more of Temwa Chawinga's name in gold, ranked as the 19th best player in the world in 2024. Here she goes again, and selfishly gets the ball out to the left-hand side. Oh, the control just letting her down, Katsere, and it's been cleared. So close. And Malawi go again. That attack is something special. Nice touch, Kandawire. There's the delivery coming in. Temwa. Oh, the foot came up and the foul will go against Leticia Chinyamula. And she will pick up a yellow card for that. And this time the foot came up and the studs were shown. A yellow to add to the red. That was picked up by Rose Alufika. Yeah, okay. Confirmation of the yellow. Sabina Chom is about to come on, and which is quite special for her. Not just yet. She's plays football here in Morocco. The only player in this Malawi team. Now the captain, Tabita Chawinga, tries to go on a little dance down that right flank. Well kept in by Lugulo Madiena. There's the chance. Chawinga sets it up for Chawinga. Chawinga, well, again, you can see what Yasmin has done at the back, getting in the way of absolutely everything. Interception, shot. Clunky effort there coming from Benedetta Makandawire. Sure, she thought, well, I could have done a little bit better with that, but it is what it is. And Mena, nice touch, nice skills here. Oh, a little bit overcooked there for Mena. The idea was good though. Bibu is dangerous. There's a little more Fazili. Notice that they're in a very good position to qualify with this result. That there's now that win over Nigeria is going to be worth its weight in gold, of course, for Malawi. But 2 wins from this group will put them on the cusp of qualification. We'll see what happens later on. Because the 6-goal victory over Egypt will, especially if Zambia lose against Nigeria tonight, will mean that that final round of matches, that's a foul there just on Iman. holding the side of her face. And Katsiri just looking up going, I don't really know what happened there. I didn't do anything. She pleads her innocence. Yes, it's just the right shoulder going into her face as she tries to spin out of the challenge. Three more minutes remaining here at the Prince Moulay El Hassan Stadium here in Rabat. Egypt looking to try and get another goal back and create a frantic finish on match day 2. Malawi sitting on a 3-1 lead here with goals from Katsiri, Chinzimu and Chawinga Temwa. Good work from Bibo again to Mada, far post, there's the ball. It's a good ball back there to Idris. Idris, great skills. There's the delivery. Chinzimu, again showing that great ability to defend at the back. There's the acceleration. A shirt being yanked. Temwa strong enough to shake off that challenge there coming from Salama. She's got everything. And it's Katsiri, oh, beautifully down into the penalty box. And that was sensational. Just pushing the ball past her marker, racing onto it. Mena's down, holding her knee. And I think we've got some changes taking place here now. Malawi, first of all, with Chinyamula. And it's Tom who comes on, plays the football in Marrakesh. Katsiri comes off. And she's replaced by Tende Sani, plays the football for ZAST in Zambia. Salama goes off, the left back. And on comes Leah Kairi, who plays football in Canada for CSMRO. Another corner. There's the delivery into the penalty box, headed away. Nora coming to the rescue. Mena. Five minutes of added time. It's good work from Egypt. Just to keep the ball out of danger. It doesn't sneak over the paint. Collected there comfortably and calmly by Temwa. Lovely 1-2, nicely done. Chinzimu. Malawi in their first ever WAFCON on the cusp of qualification. We talk about 2 wins, it's all about head-to-head. We will see what happens, of course. But 2 wins out of 2 is very much a wonderful place to be. That's a great interception. And carried forward there by Idris. Here's Mena. Nouri spreads the ball out to the right side. Yasmin, standout player for Egypt today. Good use of the pitch there. It's been picked up by Ali. Ali, there's a chance here. It's not bad at all. It's just gone wide. And that was a great scoring opportunity. You talk about passing the ball around smoothly. And Idris unable to do anything there. The 19-year-old USA-based forward. That would have been a little scary moment for Malawi if they would have found the back of the net. Here's Tom. Oh, look at that challenge there. She was being hauled down in a big way, wasn't she? Temwa Chawinga. And there's a yellow card for the goal scorer, Eman. Yeah, you can definitely call that a free kick. Little cheeky free kick taken there. It's pulled back to Kumalo. Kumalo lofted high and tapped away there by Shahata. There's a chance the ball comes back. Does it get handballed? Oh, she does point to the penalty box and she points to the penalty spot. It will be a penalty for Malawi. And it was a very quick readjustment for the referee, our Alfonsine, who initially said no. And then afterwards it was confirmed with some help from the other officials. And a chance now for Tabita Chawinga to bury this from the penalty spot. Now that was the moment that it was drilled into the Egyptian defender. And still discussions taking place around the penalty spot. And the referee from Burkina Faso will ask all of those Egyptian players to move out of the penalty box and allow the penalty to take place. A check will happen logically. And I think goals are going to be important, super important, of course, head-to-head and goals scored. So getting a decent victory over Egypt today will bolster their chances of moving through. Mohamed Kamal watches on. Still waiting for the confirmation. All eyes on the referee. Well, that was the moment that it was drilled across. I mean, Iman kind of trying to take her arm away from it. It was driven directly at her. And it saw her arm get hit back behind her back. And they're taking their time to examine all possibilities. You want to get it right? We've gone way past the 5-minute mark now. And now it is definitely the checkers taking our Alfonsine to VAR, and the the screen at the sideline to take a closer look. Does she move her hand in the way of the ball? From the cross from that left-hand side. The arm kind of comes away from the side of the body, but it really does come down to interpretation. We'll let the Burkina referee come up with the final verdict. Definitely contact, but it was deliberate movements of the arm. Here it is. That's the call finally, and so a little minor victory here for Egypt, despite the fact that they're trailing 3-1. They don't have to try and stop another goal from going in from the penalty spot. So all of those complaints and concerns from the Egyptian team, totally justified. Timor losing possession, Egypt on the attack. Bibo unable to sneak through, collected in the middle from Sani. Sani, great skills from Sani. Lovely touch, racing on. This is wonderful. This has been picked up by Madina, out to the right side. Here's Tom with a cross coming over, headed away before anybody can get anywhere near it. Chawinga, the captain. And here's Temwa. 9 minutes past the 90. And we had 5 minutes, but we had that whole episode of checking whether or not it's a penalty. So maybe a couple more minutes. Chawinga battling very hard. Nicely done by Mena. A little toe poke to get the ball out by Tom. It's been so busy, Mahir Ali. That's a good touch. I like that from Idris. And out wide to Nora, and then down into the corner it goes. There's the first time ball coming over, scooped up perfectly by Sikelo. She's not going to rush into this, I don't think. And there's the final whistle. And Malawi have done it. They've got themselves their second straight victory here at their first ever appearance at the CAF TotalEnergies Women's Africa Cup of Nations 2026 Morocco. 3-1, the final score. They bring down Egypt, who have lost 2 in a row now, with Katzere, Chinzimu and Xiaowing Temwa scoring 3 goals to send Malawi into raptures, or raptures that, well, it's not over and it's not done and dusted. They're not through just yet. They've still got another game to play, and they've got to watch what happens tonight. If Nigeria lose tonight, then they will qualify. But if Nigeria win, then there's still football to be played, because Nigeria will take on Egypt and Zambia play Malawi. Well, strong performance. That's goal number 3 for Temwa Chawinga. And a fine header it was. She was a class act once again. But so was Rose Smith-Katsere. In fact, the Malawi team, they deserve so much credit. The Scorchers